it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my second update for 50 Shades of Black. This is a Pantastic Ladies collab that was created by Jessica, Amanda, and Cece. This year, the color voted was black. The original was pink. It started on April 15th and ends on April 15th. I did roll in all 50 of my black items at the intro, and as of the last update, I had 49 of them left, which is progress. And more progress is that over the last month, I have used 33 of those items. So this is going to be a longer one. They're only going to get shorter from here though. So get yourself a drink and I'm going to start down the list of items that I have used. First is the body care. I originally had 8 body care items in this project. At the last update, I still had 8. The first one is this J.R. Watkins Relax Bath and Shower Aromatherapy tablets. There are 6 tablets in here. At the last update, I used 2 of the 6. I've used 1 more over the last month, so I'm halfway done, 3 to go. I think I can get these done by the next update. I did some traveling over the last month and I have a little bit more traveling coming up, but I think I can still get 3 of these used up. We'll see how that works out. I do like these. They do smell like eucalyptus and wintergreen. For a bath though, it's honestly not really enough of a tablet. I could use 2, but I don't really want to do that, to be honest with you. So I don't think I'd buy these again for bathing purposes. I haven't tried them in the shower as a steamer yet, but you can do that too. But this is still in the project. Next is this Dionys Goat Milk Soul Keeper. It is a foot cream. I hadn't used this yet as of the last update, but I've used it 3 times over the last month. This does not say it on the front, but on the back of the package it tells you that it smells like peppermint, and because it has peppermint oil and tea tree oil in it. So I didn't realize that, but this is scented. I'm okay with it. It's a good foot cream. I do like it, and the price I think is decent. I got this as a gift with purchase, but I think the price is pretty good. I might buy it again later, but I still have it in this project. It's going to take a while because I have a competing foot cream in another project. The next one is this Perfectly Posh Hot Pepper Shebang Muscle Stick. This has hot pepper oils in it, and so it has a warm, soothing sensation when you rub it onto your skin. The last update, I had 5 uses on it. I used it 5 more times over the last month. My goal is to finish it. There it is, all the way rolled up. I don't know if you can tell a difference between now and the last update or not, but I am working on it. It does still work, even though it is rather old, and I will keep using it. The last body care item that I want to talk about is this Perfectly Posh Sleepy Sleep Skin Stick. This is lavender scented. It's supposed to help you sleep. I rub it around here. I try to remember to use this every time I go to bed, and I'm not remembering every time, but I've been doing better over the last month. At the last update, I had 14 uses on it, and over the last month, I've used it 24 more times. So I am up to 38. I am trying to finish this as well. Here it is all the way rolled up, and I actually think you can tell a difference. So I am really happy about that. I like it. I'll keep using it. Does it really help me sleep? I don't know, but it doesn't hurt, so I'm going to keep going. Now we're into the hair care. I have 6 hair care items in this project, both when I originally rolled them in and as of last month, because I actually didn't use any hair care in this project for the first month of it. But I have now. I've used 3 of those 6. The first is this Better Not Younger Full Transparency Pure Revitalizing Shampoo. This was, of course, a foil packet. I was able to use this 3 times and it is gone. I do like this shampoo. It's very concentrated, which I appreciated. I don't need to use a lot of it in order for it to work. It was pretty good. It wasn't really scented, which is completely fine, and I might be willing to buy it. It's not the best shampoo I've ever used. I think my favorite shampoo I've ever used is from Living Proof, which is very expensive, so I'm hoping that I might be able to find a cheaper one that I like just as much. But this is pretty good, and I'm glad I've used it up. The second hair care item I'm going to talk about, as you may have guessed, is the Better Not Younger Full Transparency Revitalizing Conditioner. This was a foil packet that came with the shampoo. I used this 3 times as well, and it is now gone. Again, it was a good conditioner. I don't think there was anything stand out about it. I think it was pretty average, but I didn't mind using it, and now that is my second empty of this update. And the last hair product I've used over the last month is this Olaplex No. 3 Hair Perfector. I hadn't used this yet at the last update, and I've only used it once over the last month. That is mostly because it is kind of difficult to remember to use this. This is something that you have to put in your hair and then rinse it out and then you shampoo. So I usually would intend to use this and then I'd be shampooing my hair and realize that I forgot. but I've used it once. There's where it is right now. I do like it. The one time that I used it, my hair felt nice and soft and fluffy after I did, so I appreciated that, and I do intend to finish this, which is my goal. Next up is the skincare. I originally rolled in 12 skincare items, and I did finish one last time, so I had 11 left, and of those 11, I have used 9 of them. The first of which is this Perfectly Posh BFF Best Face Forever Exfoliating Face Wash. My goal is to finish it, and over the last month, I went from that black line to this black line. I don't think I'm going to finish this in a year at that rate, but we're going to see how much of it I can use. I do really like this exfoliant. The particles are the right size for me. They are not perfectly spherical, so they actually do exfoliate. It's not too rough, it's not too gentle. I can tell it does something. And the grapefruit and peppermint scent is nice. So I do enjoy using this, so I'm not really gonna mind if I don't manage to finish it in a year. I'll finish it eventually anyway. This is the Grace and Stella Spray All Day Rose Spray. I'm using this as a toner. I went from the first black line to the second black line over the last month, so again, pretty good progress. This I do think I can finish in a year. That'll be here for a while. I do think this actually really helps me. I enjoy using it. I think the rose does help prevent my face from looking red. I do get redness in here from rosacea. It's not that bad, but I do get some. And I have less of it by using this product, so I really appreciate that, and I will continue using it, trying to finish it. Then I have started using this CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion with sunscreen. It is SPF 30. Both times I've used it, I used it as a sunscreen, and I am trying to finish it. There's where I'm at right now. This expires in December, so I have time. I like this better than the La Roche-Posay one that I have in Beauty and the Beast, so this is something that I might purchase for this purpose. So I will probably finish this in the next month or two. I'm going to see if I can do it for next month. Over the last month, I also started using the Peter Thomas Roth Potency Brightening Vitamin C Moisturizer. This is also a deluxe sample that I got as a gift purchase. I am trying to finish it, and now I'm at that black line. So I do think I'm going to have this done for next time. I've been using this as an evening moisturizer, but I think I might prefer it as a morning one. So maybe I'll switch over. I don't know. I might buy this. I do enjoy it, and I will continue using it until it's gone. This one is another sample. It is the Strivectin Anti-Wrinkle Intensive Eye Concentrate for wrinkles. My goal is to finish this. Over the last month, I've used it twice. I took this traveling with me and used it while I was away, so not much progress. I'm at that black line there. I have an eye serum that I'm using in Deck of Panning that I'm considering to be my first priority at the moment, and that's in a glass tube, and I don't like traveling with a glass, so I took this instead. So this is going to be kind of on hiatus. I'm not really concentrating on this right now. It's just that I used it because I traveled, so it'll still be in here for a while. I also managed to use the Grande Lash MD Lash Enhancing Serum 7 times. This you can't really track progress on, so it'll take me a couple months to finish it. I've just been using it sporadically, and this product does work. I've used these samples before. It does make your lashes longer. The thing is, I don't feel like I really need it. I am fortunate to have long, full lashes. If I use this too regularly, they end up being like too long, and they kind of look spidery and more sparse. So I don't want to use it every night, or otherwise I end up with that effect, which I know because I've used this before, but I am using it sometimes, and it'll be in here for a few months yet. This is the Perfectly Posh Chilly Out Lip Scrub. This is really a lip balm with some sugar scrubby particles in it. So this is something that I use sometimes at night. I'll put it on my lips and kind of rub them together to exfoliate them, and then I sleep with this on. And this is competing with a few other products. So I've only used it 5 times over the last month, which gives me a total of 9 in this project. I'm working on it slowly as I finish some of the other lip products that I've been using. This one will be used more often, but right now it's just a trickle of use. This one is a promotional lip balm that I got from my former dentist. It has his, phone number and the name of his office on it. This is what it looks like all the way down. So I have used it. This is clear, so I don't know if you can tell, but it's down to here when I have it all the way rolled down. So I'm making progress on it. My goal is to finish it. It'll be a few months. This is living in my purse, so I am using it mostly on the go. The last skincare item is also a lip product. This is the Jack Black Night Mode Lip Treatment. I am trying to finish this. I got this as a gift of purchase, and I absolutely love it. This is something that I will put on some nights when I feel like my lips need a little bit more love, if there's chapped or something. And so I've been using this sometimes. At the last update, I had 5 uses, and I've used it 14 more times, so I've made good progress on it. I'm gonna miss it when it's gone. This is something that I absolutely do intend to purchase when I need a new nighttime lip treatment, because it's fabulous. It doesn't have a scent or a taste, but it does the job really well, and I'm really happy with it. I brought in 2 fragrances to this project and I used one of them over the last month. This is the Harvey Prince Hello Eau de Parfum. And here's where I'm at. I've used it 3 times over the last month and that gives me a total of 7. I just don't wear perfume all the time. I just wear it occasionally. Just 4 uses over the last month and that's what that progress looks like. So we're gonna see this a few more times, as pathetic as that sounds. There are 2 nail products in this project and I have used both of them. The first is this Seche Clear Base Coat. This is the base coat I'm using every time I do my nails. At the last update I had 4 uses and I used it 5 more times. Here it is. I'm not really marking this. I feel like it's kind of difficult to mark nail polishes because there's usually nail polish remover involved and it's just tricky and I'm not going to bother. But I am trying to finish this and we'll see how long that takes me. I do think I can do that in a year, but we'll see. The other nail product is a nail polish and it is what's on my nails now. It is the Essie Expressi Quick Dry Nail Color in the shade Now or Never. It is black and it is all the way down here. I know you can't tell that on camera and I actually have to like open it up and look down because it is sticking to the sides. I do love this nail polish, and so I might buy it again. I think it's a great formula. I actually find that the Expressi formula lasts longer for me than the original Essie, so I will just buy the fast dry version instead. But this is still in the project, and maybe 2 months and I might have it done. I paint my nails black a lot, and so it won't take as long as you might think. And we've now made it all the way to the makeup. There were 20 makeup items that I rolled in initially. I still had all 20 in as of last time, and I've used 14 of them. The first is this Bare Minerals Prime Time Original Primer. I've used it 14 times over the last month, and there's where it is now. I smudged the nail polish that I used just now to mark it. Oh well, that is pretty low. I do like this primer. I think it is similar to the Smashbox Original Primer, except I think the Smashbox one does it better. So I wouldn't buy this, but I don't mind using it. It works pretty well. And so I will have that finished by next time, I'm really quite certain. Here's my second makeup item. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation in the shade Cool Sand. This is technically expired, but it's the SPF that's expired and I'm not worried about it. It still performs just fine. Over the last month, I watched Donna's inventory series. She filmed it a couple of months ago, but I only recently watched it. She's my new obsession here on YouTube. And I was laughing as I was watching her do her foundation inventory because she kept pulling up a foundation and going, I bought this in Eastern Washington, it's too dark for me. I bought this one when I lived in Eastern Washington and it's too dark for me. I bought this when I lived in Eastern Washington and it's too dark for me. The thing is, Eastern Washington, and a lot of people don't realize this, but the eastern half of Washington state is a desert. It doesn't really rain there, so you get a lot of sun. There's not really any cloud cover. I got a lot more tan when I lived there as compared to where I live now. So I don't get this dark anymore, and that's okay. It just means that I need to mix it in order to finish it. So my goal is to finish it, and I'm going to be frankening this to try to use it up. That is easier for me to do in the summer, so my usage is going to pick up on it. Next, I have a sample of the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. My goal is to finish it. At the last update I was there, I'm now down here. So at that pace, 1 month, maybe 2, and this will be gone. I do like this product. I'm not loving the sample though. I think it is the sample size in particular, but the spray on this is kind of aggressive. I end up with droplets on my face even when I'm holding it out at a full arm's length. So don't love this packaging, but I know the actual packaging isn't like that, so I'm trying not to hold a grudge. The next one's another MAC product. It's the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. This is an eye primer that I usually use when I'm doing an all matte look, which is pretty often. Not as often in the spring and summer, but in the fall I do that a lot. At the last update I had 4 uses on it. I am now up to 7. My goal is to use this 50 times. I am not going to finish this in a year. It is a decent eye primer. It's not my favorite that I've used, but it's perfectly fine. Someday I will finish it, but that's going to take me a few years yet. This is a cream shadow from Au Naturel. The black is wearing off, but it's still there. It counts. It's the shade Bliss, which is a pinky purple. I am trying to finish it. There's not a whole lot in there, but this takes a while. At the last update I had 2 uses. I've used it 1 more time for a total of 3. So not that impressive, but I've had other cream shadows and in particular a shadow stick that I'm trying to use. So this is going to be in here a while. It is smelling a little bit like crayon, but I don't want to give up on it when there's so little left. I'm so close to finishing it. This one is my Mellow Gel Liner in the shade Black. I was really surprised when I was preparing for this and looked at my notes and I saw that I only used this once. Evidently I haven't been using winged liner all that much in the last month. The last update I had 4 uses, so I'm now up to 5. I'm actually trying to finish this, and I did revive this before the last update. I originally had jar in there, but I put a little bit of eye drops in there and mixed it up. So there's still plenty of usable product in there. It did just fine after I reconstituted it, so that worked really well. We'll see if I can finish it over the year. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer. It's an orange concealer. I got this as a gift with purchase and I would not have bought it for myself. I don't think I need an orange concealer. I don't really get deep circles, which is what this would have been for if you had really dark circles under your eyes. So I do use it sometimes, but not very often, which is why I only got 2 uses over the last month. I hadn't used it yet before this update. I am trying to use it 50 times. I have 48 to go. I do need to pick up the pace and try to remember to use this a little bit more, even though I don't feel like I need it. This is my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Vanilla. My goal is to use it 50 times. At the last update, I had 6 uses, and I used it another 6 times, so I'm up to 12. So for a goal of 50, that's not too bad in 2 months. I am trying to get more use on this in the spring, though, so it's at the point where it's starting to get a little bit too late for me. I do wish I had bought this a shade darker. This is like my exact skin color when I'm at my lightest, and I did buy this in the winter is why that happened, but I wish I had gone a shade darker and then I could have worn it a little bit longer. Unfortunately, I didn't do that, but I'm going to keep using the one I have. These are my Baddington lashes in the style Monroe. They are very long. They are not something I would have picked myself. In fact, I would not have picked lashes for myself at all. There they are. That one's not where it's supposed to be. But I'm trying to use these 25 times. At the last update, I have 4 uses. I've used them 4 more times for a total of 8, so I'm getting there. And again, I would not buy lashes. I think I got these in like a bundle is how I came to get them, but I have them, so I'll use them. I don't feel inclined to buy any more personally. I will say that the band is very flexible, so they're not all that uncomfortable as far as the band is concerned. I just feel that they are a bit long for me. This is my Illamasqua Gel Sculpt in the shade Outline. My goal is to finish this. Here is what's left. At the last update, I had 2 uses. I used it 4 more times for a total of 6. I use this more often in the fall, but that's not too bad for this time of year. We'll see how long it takes me to finish it. I do think I can do that. The gel formula moves pretty quickly, so I do think that's achievable. This is my Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush in the shade Nude Flush. At the last update, I had used it 4 times. I used it 5 more over the last month, including right now. This is the blush I have on today. I'm trying to use it 50 times, so I have 9 uses so far. I'm close to a 1/5 of the way. That's not too bad. This is a color I like more in the summer and fall, so it's coming into season and I'll start using it more. I got this as a gift with purchase and I was not really all that thrilled to see it. It wasn't the color I was interested. I wasn't really interested in a liquid blush because I thought they would be too messy, but I love this. It is such a good color. I would not have picked this color for myself, but I do like it on me to my surprise, and I'm really glad that I have it. Here is my Smashbox Cali Contour Palette. I'm trying to use the palette 50 times, so if I use one thing in here, it counts as a use. If I use 4 different products out of here, it counts as a use. It's 50 days of using it. At the last update, I had used it twice, and in the last month, I've used it 1 more time. So I'm up to 3 of my 50. I need to do better than that, and I'm just kind of using other products right now. There's nothing wrong with this palette, certainly. I do really like it. It's a shame that I'm not using it more, which is why I put this in the project. So I'm going to try to do better over the next month because I do like this more in the summer and fall as well. This is a loose powder from Mented in the shade Light Tan. I used it 4 times over the last month. I'm trying to use it 50 times, and according to my notes, I only used it once over the last month. I don't think that's right. I think it has to have been more than that, but that's what I'm going to go with. So I have 5 total uses on it, so I'm a 1/10 of the way there. I can do better than that. I do like this powder. It's a powder. It's fine. I don't know if I'd repurchase it or not. There's nothing wrong with it. There's also nothing amazing about it. I can't really track progress in this because it's a very clingy powder. I can't really get it to settle, unfortunately. But my goal is 50 uses, and we'll see how long that takes me. My last item is this lip crayon. The writing is all rubbed off, so I don't know what brand this was. I know it came from the drugstore, whatever it is. It's in a black tube. The lip crayon itself is gold. At the last update, I had gotten 2 of my 50 uses, and over the last month, I've used it 5 more times. So I have 7 of my 50, which is pretty good. This is a very stiff formula. It moves very slowly, so it's gonna not really show visible progress so much, which is why I tend to put this kind of thing as a usage goal. It is what it is. I use it more as a lip liner. Since it is so stiff, I would generally use this and put a gloss over it, as opposed to just using it as a lipstick, because it is kind of dry for that. You see all the cracks in my lips if I don't put something on top. So I was able to finish 2 items. They were shampoo and conditioner samples, but that still counts as 2 items, so I am down from 49 to 47 products in this project. So go me. that's not too bad for this early in the project. For next time, I'm going to see about trying to finish 3 more. I have these bath tabs from J.R. Watkins that I think I can finish. I know that I can finish the mini moisturizer from Peter Thomas Roth, and I also know that I can finish the mini primer from Bare Minerals. So I think I can do those, and that would take me down to 44, which would be cool. So wish me luck, good luck with your projects, and I will see you next month. Bye.